Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalia Leigh. I'm an indie author and the managing editor at Enchanted Ink Publishing, and today is Saturday, day 4 of NaNoWriMo. I've not done anything yet today for my manuscript. It is about 3:15, but we're still getting to nanoing earlier than I have thus far this month. Today I am working on chapter 7. That's where we left off last night. I know that there is a scene toward the end of chapter 7 that I need to finish. I had left a little note to myself, finish scene here or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that scene today. And instead of getting too caught up, like I kind of started to do last night, with wanting to line edit and make everything sound good, I'm going to focus on just finishing the manuscript. So whenever I come across something that says finish scene here, which I have a couple of those throughout the manuscript, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish that scene. I'm gonna move everything around that needs to be moved around, because by the end of this month, I want to have a fully structured second draft, essentially. And then from there, in December, I can go through and do an actual full line edit once all of the developmental stuff is done. So I need to remind myself, we're doing developmental stuff, we're not doing line stuff. Because I started getting frustrated last night, feeling like, oh, I need to be doing line stuff, but all this like overarching, zoomed out content revision stuff is, taking me out of that headspace. So we're doing developmental stuff for Nano. Get it through my head. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I tried to make cookies, but I overmixed the dough, so I turned them into biscuits. So I have some cinnamon raisin biscuits that are gonna be coming out of the oven very soon. I love cooking and baking, but I mess up often, and thankfully I learn from all of my mistakes. So I'm gonna take the biscuits out of the oven here very soon. I think they will be really good with a cup of coffee though on the side. And I'm gonna pour myself some water, probably get myself a little snack, and let's go ahead and get started with finishing chapter 7 and then transitioning into chapter 8. Welcome back to another vlog, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, I just finished chapter 7. It is 4:30, and chapter 7 actually needed quite a bit more work than I was expecting, but now, having finished it, I am feeling really good about it. There were a couple other scenes, at least 2 that I can think of, that I had to go ahead in the story and copy paste back into chapter 7. Some conversations that needed to happen, but I could only pull like parts of those conversations, and then other parts of those conversations still needed to be moved back. So there's a lot to go through still, obviously. So I am very happy to have finished chapter 7. I'm actually feeling good about it today. Yesterday evening when I was working, I was not feeling good about it. I was just feeling like a little bit of overwhelm and just feeling like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a mess. But today, I got started early. It's like I said, it's only 4:30, so my brain isn't tired yet. I didn't have any editing work today, and I feel like I was able to focus a lot better than I was yesterday. I was able to write a couple new scenes, or one new scene. I finished one new scene, but now in the next chapter, chapter 8, I have to write a brand new scene. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my 27 chapter outline structure, and then I'm also gonna take a look at my original outline and see, kind of get a game plan for how I'm going to handle chapter 8. But chapter 7 is done. That's awesome. I also want to work on chapter 8 a little bit tonight and just get a game plan for how I'm gonna proceed forward from the end of our new chapter 7. Let's go ahead and take a look at my outlines and figure out what comes next. So I returned back to my outline and I had to move a few things around because a few scenes actually happened in chapter 7 that I thought were going to happen in chapter 8. So as I'm writing, I have a lot of like different files that I'm working off of right now. I have 3 manuscript files, which and I'm really grateful for that, because today when I was writing, I cut a big section and then moved on and then realized that I actually needed that section, and I did not have track changes turned on, so I couldn't, bring that content back. So I had to go back to a previous draft and pull it over. So I have those 3 manuscript files, and then I also have 2 outline files. I have a style sheet. I have so many different files that I'm working off of. But right now, my main outline is the 27 chapter outline. Even though my outline is more than 27 chapters, it just works for me. Like, those 27 beats are really helping me. So that's what I'm working off of. So chapters 6 and 7 are the pressure beats that are going to push us into the first plot twist, which is going to occur in chapter 8. And this plot twist was originally the inciting incident, but it happened way too late and I realized it was the wrong inciting incident. So now it is the first plot twist, and there's going to be a plot twist in chapter 8, a push into the new world in chapter 9, and then starting in chapter 10, we are officially in the new world and the Act 2 kind of promise of the premise. So I am excited to get there, and unlike most of my other books, Act 2 in this book is not slow. Like, I never struggled with the book getting too slow in Act 2. I think it was always too slow in Act 1. Act 1 was just dragging on and on and on, and then finally when I hit Act 2 and eventually got to the midpoint, everything started like just going so fast. So now that I have moved things around, my goal is to balance out that pacing so that every act has that push and pull. Every act has that kind of natural ebb and flow that we expect from story structure. So, going to continue working on this outline a little bit, and yeah, I just wanted to let you know that. So that's where we're sitting currently. Okay, I wanted to show you what I have going for dinner. So these are vegan, chickenless scallopinis. So those are really good. They're the Gardein brand. I cooked up some potatoes, some purple potatoes. I got some gravy back there, some green beans heating up. So these just need to finish cooking. Those are heating up, and then I'll put everything together. I'm very excited about this meal. I just wanted to show you what I was working on. And these, remember, these were supposed to be cookies, but I accidentally made them biscuits by over mixing them, but they are so good. I cannot wait to have them tomorrow morning with my cup of coffee. So that is the dinner that I am prepping for tonight. All right, it's 6 p.m. and since Greg is home now and dinner's about ready, I'm gonna actually wrap up my nano day here. I'm feeling very happy with what I accomplished today, way happier than yesterday. Like, I'm feeling really good about this. So I finished chapter 7, like we already spoke about, and I am working on chapter 8, and the first 2 scenes, actually, all of chapter 8 will be new. All of it will be new. So I have currently written 399 words of chapter 8. So 399 totally fresh, totally new words there. I'm really happy with where it's sitting, and I'm looking forward to working on it tomorrow, especially now that I have already gone in, updated my outline, and I know exactly what my goal is. I'm gonna be writing a full, fresh new chapter 8 tomorrow. So that's gonna be our goal for Sunday. Maybe I'll get to it, and then after that, chapter 9 is fine. Like, most of it is gonna be fine. Looking ahead, chapter 9 is now going to flow like perfectly. Chapter 8 to chapter 9, that transition is already great. I don't have to rewrite that transition, so I'm very, very happy about that. And then after that, chapter 10, that'll need some work for sure. But I'm making great progress. Done with chapter 7. I got a good start on chapter 8. and it's only the 4th day of NaNoWriMo. So I hope Nano is going well for you, whether you're doing a traditional Nano or if you're being a Nano Rebel this year. I hope you are enjoying these daily vlogs. I've been trying to keep them kind of short and sweet so that I'm not like editing 60 minutes of content a day. I just could not keep up with that. My camera literally died in the middle of me just saying goodbye. So I had to go and put a battery in just to say, so far so good, and I will see you tomorrow for NaNoWriMo Day 5. Bye.